Welcome to Mindful Leadership, Transforming Lives, with your host, Singh. This is where leadership meets purpose, presence, and passion. In today's fast paced, high pressure world, we face a leadership crisis. Too often, teams are led by managers who lack empathy, clarity, and vision, leaving individuals uninspired, disconnected, and undervalued. But it doesn't have to be this way. Great leadership isn't born, it's built. The end game: empower your leadership, inspire the world. Every week, join me, your host Singh, as we tackle the gaps in leadership and life coaching head on, learning how mindfulness, emotional intelligence, and compassion can redefine success. This isn't just another podcast, it's a mission to fill the void left by ineffective leadership. And it's not just about leadership in business. Life coaching for leaders and new executives is at heart of this journey. Ready to rise above the noise and lead with clarity, purpose, and impact? Join a global movement dedicated to reshaping the future of leadership one mindful moment at a time. Let's begin.
Ever have a moment where you finish a 12-hour day and think, wait, what did I actually do? You crushed it. Emails sent, meetings handled, goals checked off. But deep down, you feel like hamster on the wheel just yelling, bro, where's the finish line? Let me be real with you. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You are just out of alignment. And when your work and your purpose are out of sync, you are not moving forward. You are just drifting. Today, we are talking about how to stop the drift, reconnect with what actually fuels you, and unlock a kind of leadership that feels effortless and unstoppable. This isn't about grinding harder, it's about realigning smarter. Because when talent meets purpose, leadership becomes unstoppable. So say it with me. We are not here to survive, we are here to lead on purpose. Welcome back to the Mindful Leadership Transforming Life podcast on the Transformation Network, where high performers meet deep purpose. I'm your host, Singh, and if you have been stuck, stretched thin, or feel like you're performing at the top of your game, but somehow losing steam, you are not alone. And you're exactly where you need to be. This is another episode, part of the Purpose as Compass series. And today we are flipping a belief that's been holding too many high performers back. You are not lazy, you are misaligned. In this episode, stop drifting, aligning your work with what fuels you. We are breaking down why being good at something isn't enough if it's draining your soul. You will learn how to close the gap between what you do and what drives you. And we'll end with a quick reset practice you can use anytime you start slipping back into the burnout zone. So take a breath and let's begin. Let me hit you with a question that might sting a little, and I'm sorry. Why are you so good at your job and still so exhausted by it? Let it sink. Let it sink. Why are you so good at your job and still so exhausted by it? Now, you are not alone. And spoiler alert, it's not because you're broken, it's because you're brilliant but misaligned. See, when success doesn't match purpose, it's like running full speed on a treadmill. You're working hard, sweating buckets, but not getting anywhere. And to make it worse, you are out of breath and out of joy. Okay, let's unpack this a bit, what I just said. You are checking boxes, crushing KPIs, getting the great job, Slack emojis, and maybe even the rare unicorn of modern praise, a LinkedIn shout out from your boss, right? But then 6 p.m. hits, and instead of feeling accomplished, you feel empty. It's like eating a salad because it's good for you, when what you really want was tacos. That weird, hollow feeling, that's your inner compass whispering, hey, this is not it. And then here's the trap. You're so good at what you do, people assume you love doing it. So they pile more on. And you say yes because you're dependable, because you're capable, and hey, who else is going to do it, right? But over time, each yes starts to weigh more. You're not just managing tasks anymore, you're managing everyone's expectations. It's like being the friend with the pickup truck, the one at first helping people move it, kind of fun. Free pizza, good vibes. But after fifth call, you're like, I didn't become a truck owner just to lift your emotional refrigerator, Steve. Now, this is the hidden cost of being high performer in misaligned work. You're not thriving, you're surviving. And survival mode, well, that's the burnout's ride or die status. Now, here's a quick mental image for you. Lionel Messi. Everybody knows the soccer legend Messi, football goat, right? Now, imagine if someone stuck him on a basketball team. Would he still be athletic? Yes. Would he thrive? Absolutely no. Because no matter how talented you are, your role doesn't align with your purpose. If your role doesn't align with your purpose, it will drain you. That's what happens at work. You're messy of your skill set, stuck playing someone else's game. And let this truth land. High performance without element of alignment. High performance without an element of alignment is just high functioning burnout. You're not underperforming, you're overgiving, just in the wrong direction. And when your work doesn't return the energy you put in, it's like trying to charge your phone with a frayed cable, right? The battery flickers for a while, then it dies. Not because the battery is bad, because the connection is weak. And here's the kicker: alignment is a luxury and it is your fuel. It's the difference between leadership that lasts and burnout that breaks up. So here's how to start getting unstuck right now. Ask, what is one thing I'm amazing at, but secretly wish I never had to do again? That's your drain signal, a quiet leak in your energy system. And then flip it and ask, what's something that energizes me even if I don't get paid for it? That's your alignment cue, your inner purpose pointing toward fuel, not fatigue. You don't need a 5-day retreat in desert to figure this out. Okay. Just these two prompts answered with honesty and zero judgment. Remember, all mindful conversation has to be as an observer. There's no space for judgment. So take a second, write it down, or if you're driving, say it aloud. And yes, even if the person next to you gives you the side eye, that's their problem. You are having a clarity breakthrough right now. Want a little help unpacking your cancers? Try the mindful macro chat GPT, your personal clarity sidekick that I put in the chat now. It's free. You can feed it what you're feeling, what's draining you, or what's lighting you up, and it will respond with grounded reflection prompts, purpose aligned actions, and real time macro coaching for you. It's like having a coach in your pocket without the awkward Zoom lighting. Coming up next, we'll go deeper into that misalignment. Why being good at something isn't the same as being fulfilled by it, because the real shift happens when your work starts giving you something back. And stick with me, you're closer than you think. So let's take this deeper, because if you have ever looked in the mirror, after a win and thought, I'm crushing it. So why does it feel like it's crushing me? Here's the truth: there's a difference between being good at something and being fulfilled by it. And if you have been confusing, join the club. You have all been handed that script. Because somewhere along the way, we were taught that talent and love are supposed to be soulmates. If you are not good at it, you must love it, right? No, absolutely wrong. That's like saying, hey, you are amazing at cleaning up after toddlers. Have you considered opening a daycare? Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Let's break it down. Think of your skill set like a tool belt. Two types of tools live there, right? Your natural advantage. This is your built in brilliance, the stuff you do instinctively, effortlessly, like breathing. You have been doing this as a kid, getting people together to work or championing a particular cause to get somebody to agree to something. And then you have acquired skills. This is the stuff you had to learn to survive. You built it out of necessity, grit, reputation, maybe caffeine. Here's the catch: most high performers are operating from acquired skill, but calling it a calling. And that's the mismatch. It's draining you. We all know someone who's weirdly good at assembling IKEA furniture, right? They understand the difference between Bosta bracket and Flatwell wrench, like they're decoding ancient scrolls. But do they leap out of the bed saying, yes, another Allen wrench there? No, they are just skilled, not sparked. Remember Andrew Luck, star quarterback, face of Colts, natural advantage in cleats? But in 2019, he walked away, retired at the peak of his career. People were stunned, angry even. But you know what he said? It is no longer allowing me to live the life I want to live. He was good at it, but it no longer gave anything back. So ask yourself this: are you building a career around your genius or just around your survival reflexes? Because if you're only using your acquired skills, you're pouring energy into something that does not pour back. Trying to thrive from your acquired skill is like running your car on fumes. Sure, you can coast for a bit, but you will stall out, right? That's why burnout doesn't come from doing much. It comes from doing too much of what doesn't fulfill you. And for high performers, that is a silent killer because on the outside you're winning, but inside you're whispering, can I just stop doing this already? So, what is your drain signal? Ask yourself, what is one thing I'm amazing at, but secretly wish I could stop doing? Write it down, say it aloud, drop it in your notes app. That answer, that is a breadcrumb back to alignment. You might be the fix it person, the emotional therapist, the spreadsheet samurai. But if that role now feels like a straight jacket, it's time to reframe, not just repeat. And here's the best part: you don't have to throw your skills to trash. Realignment is about making space for what lights you up, not erasing your excellence. So let's try to bridge the gap between your strength and your soul, right? And we are talking about pull passion versus market role and how to find your way back to work that fuels you, not flattens you. So let's get into the real magic move, the shift that changes everything. How do you close the gap between what you are good at and what actually gives you life. Because let's be honest, being good at something isn't enough if it is slowly draining your soul, right? It is like eating plain rice cakes when your body is craving for double cheeseburger. Sure, it gets the job done, but no one ever finished a rice cake and said, "Wow, that hit the spot." That's the feeling of misalignment. So enters pull passion. Your pull passion is the work you are drawn to, not because someone asked, not because it pays the bills, but because it lights you up. You lose track of time, you feel more alive, you stop dreading Monday morning. Sounds dreamy, right? Now, here's where it gets tricky. Most of us live in what I call the market role. Yes, market role. That's the box the world pays you to stay in. It is what people count on you for, what you have been labeled as. And for many high performers, that box gets real tight real fast. So let's play this out. Let's play this out. You are the detail genius. You can spot a typo on a 47, on page 47, like a ninja x ray vision, right? But what actually excites you? Big picture strategy, innovation, new ideas. So, what's the problem? Your market role that you're getting paid for is keeping you buried in proofreading mode. It's like being Prince stuck playing tambourines in someone else's band. Sure, you're good at it. But is that your spotlight? Not even close. Let me give you a real story. I worked with a VP of operation, total legend, total legend. She could build systems in her sleep, manage broken teams like a pro, and hit every metric along with her team without breaking a sweat. But every time she described her role, she sounded tired, like soul level tired. So I asked her, what part of your work actually makes you feel alive? And without missing a beat, she said, innovation, creative problem solving. That's where I light up. But her calendar, well, it was full of reports, reviews, and rinse and repeat tasks. So we had to make one change. We carved out one dedicated hour per week for innovation, just one. Brainstorming, leading new ideas, playing in her zone of full passion. What happened? Within 2 weeks, her energy changed. Her team noticed. Her leadership leveled up. She didn't quit her job. She realigned with what fuels her. That's the power of pull passion. So here is the big idea today, right? When pull passion overlaps with your market role, leadership becomes unstoppable. But here's the catch, that alignment doesn't happen by accident. It starts with a level of clarity. So, two power questions to unlock your clarity. What am I great at that I no longer want to be known for? And what am I drawn to that I haven't made room for yet? These two answers, they are not just insights, they are your roadmap back to alignment. Pause right now and ask yourself, what is the work you're amazing at, but secretly wish you could let go of? What's calling you? What's calling you, even if no one has noticed yet? If anything just pops into your head, capture it. Type it in your notes app, write it down on your hand if you have to, because that, my friend, is where the shift begins. And here's the best part, you don't have to blow up your career to make space for your pull passion. Even small moves, a single hour a week, can be a spark that changes everything. And now we have got a tool that helps you align in real time. It's called Align in 90. A quick 90-second practice that pulls you out of burnout mode and back into the center. Trust me, this is another powerful tool, micro practice, that I have been sharing every week with you guys. And it takes less time than your next doom scroll, right? So let's hit pause together, okay? If your brain feels like it's running faster than your Wi Fi during a glitchy Zoom call, this next 90 seconds is for you. We are going to realign right here, right now, with a reset that I share, I call Align in 90. It's like a system update for your nervous system, but faster than scrolling through LinkedIn, hoping to feel motivated. Ready? Let's do it. So, Align. A, ask yourself, what feels heavy or off right now? What is the weight you have been carrying this week, mentally, emotionally, or otherwise? Name it. Give it a headline. Then locate. Locate the feeling. Where in your body do you feel that way? Is it sitting in your chest like a boulder, clenching your jaw like it's bracing for impact? Whether it, wherever it lies, breathe into that space. Inhale and exhale. Let's take more. One more, right? This time, imagine that breath is giving you a little room inside the tension. And exhale. Now, the next step, identify your pull passion cue. What is one project, one person, or one topic that makes you feel alive, even on a bad day? That one thing that doesn't drain you, it drives you. If you find it, hold your thought there. That is your compass. That is your compass. And then we ground in one tiny move. What is one small, purpose aligned action you can take today? Maybe in a 10-minute block to reconnect with your pull passion. Maybe it is saying no to something that feels like emotional IKEA furniture. Take it, lock it in, write it down if you can, and breathe. That is it. You just took 90 seconds to shift from chaos to clarity, from scattered to center. A few months back, I was doing a workshop, and during the workshop, I was talking about alignment. I was talking about the pull passion. I was talking about market role, and it's a real example. It was with traveling nurses, a big group, and one of the nurses in the break, she got to me. She got to me and she said, "Saying I understand, I get this. My challenge is that I have to do the certification, but being a traveling nurse, I'm traveling all the time." I said, "Okay, tell me more." So she explained how she has to leave every day morning, drive for anything between 90 minutes to 100 minutes one way, get there, hour and a half, right? A little over that, and then do her work, and then again get back in the car in the evening and drive another hour and a half, a little over that, back to her house. And then she's so tired, she does not have time to go through courses, right? We're talking about alignment. And she shared how much she loved learning new things. And as part of that, she would like to do a new certification, but she's not getting time to learn that she loves. In her problem, there was the solution. Because in today's day and age, I told her, you're fortunate that you are a self captive passenger in your car for 90 minutes one way. What do you do? Oh, I listen to music and then news. And before I could say something, the light went on for her. Oh my God. That is almost like 3 hours I can dedicate just to listening to audiobooks. I said, well, that's the solution. See, so the moment you start identifying what is that gives you that brightness, what is that gives you that life, right? The key point, what drives you and helps you get through even on a bad day, that is the cue of your compass. And don't lose that compass. Alignment doesn't require a life overhaul. Sometimes it just asks for a tiny, brave nudge in the right direction. So the next time you're drifting, forget the double espresso. Just use a line in 90. And yeah, espresso is still welcome. We are not monsters, right? If today's episode hit home, don't just nod along and move on. Let's turn that head nod into a forward movement. So here's your next step. Go to the link in the episode details or DM me PFA on LinkedIn. It's just 20 minutes. In just 20 minutes, the purpose factor assessment will help you uncover your top energy drivers, spot what's draining you, and get a custom roadmap for realignment. So you're not just high performing, you are high purpose. Because remember, you're not lazy, and even might be a superhero of what you do, it is just not aligned. So until next time, lead with purpose, breathe with intention, and keep showing up as most aligned version of you day in and day after. I'm seeing your host, and you are listening to the Mindful Leadership Transforming Life podcast, where transformation is not a buzzword, it is a daily practice on the Transformation Network. Now, go be messy of your own field, and just maybe skip the IKEA gig this week, okay? And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Thank you for watching Mindful Leadership Transforming Lives. With me, your host, Singh. We are honored to have you join us on this journey to explore the transformative power of mindfulness, emotional intelligence, and authentic leadership. Tune in every week on transformationtalkradio.com at noon Pacific on Tuesdays, where we will continue to explore how mindful leadership can create a ripple effect of positive changes in your life and lives of those you influence. This show is dedicated to helping you lead with purpose, presence, and passion. Whether you're navigating the complexities of business, building stronger connection with your team, or striving to make a meaningful impact in the world around you. To learn more about the show, access additional resources, or dive deeper, visit singpowerupcoach.com. Remember, leadership isn't just about what you do. It's about who you are. Let's continue to transform lives together, one mindful moment at a time. See you next week.
Views